So, dear Shambhala, who are gathered here on this warm and beautiful day, it is 3:07. Do you know where your consciousness is? If anybody that could distill consciousness and energy, look at it from a very simple view, looked at it 1,000, 2,000 years ago, 5,000, 10,000, they'd arrive at the same basic conclusion. That humanity was going to go, at some time or the other, go through a tremendous evolution. There would be more incarnate beings on Earth than ever at any other time, higher population level, combined with new beings coming in from the other realms who have never been on Earth before, combined with new energy, combined with a lot of chaos all at the same time. And this would be a time of tremendous transformation on this planet. Transformation that comes not from destiny, but from the choice of humans. The ones who said, we're ready for something a little different. We're ready to be living masters on Earth, rather than aspiring to be, rather than going through incarnations after incarnations. We're ready to live here aware, conscious, joyful. So you're breaking past a lot of that old stuff right now, but as they have said, they being Cryon and Seth and Ramtha and Tobias and Kathumi, have said for a long time, there's going to be this tremendous stress and struggle, a lot of old systems breaking down as it's making room for the new systems. In particular, you and other conscious-minded beings are feeling the effects of it more than anyone. Remember, I have to underline this. I want to underline it 10 times. It's not about you. I don't care how much you think it is. You're trying to hold on and pretend it is. It's not about you. It's really not. You camouflage it. You kind of rebuild it. You disguise it to pretend it's a personal emotional problem, to pretend it's your abundance problem or your relationship problem. It's not. Biggest thing going on right now for the next year and a half, maybe a couple years. Everything is energy. It's all about energy right now. You can distill it. You can simplify it. Every action, every game, every headline, everything, if you feel into it, it's all about energy. There's a lot of energy in movement right now, energy in chaos, total chaos. Energy that's ripping down old systems, trying to build new, I don't even want to call them systems, but new templates or standards. This world is in an energy crisis. You can actually do something. You are doing something. Because of the work you're doing on yourself, not to save the planet, not to save the universe or anything else. The work you're doing in your own consciousness, selfishly, brilliantly selfishly for yourself, is what's creating a difference, will create a difference to the problems that face Earth right now. So when you take on an issue, thinking that it's yours, wrestling with it, and finally coming to a new understanding or a new awareness, that's having a brilliant little effect on mass consciousness, on the rest of the world. There's an overall energy crisis, and in this coming year and a half, everything you read, what's taking place on the planet, from banking to food and relationships and technology and everything else is about energy. Energy stealing takes form in a lot of strange ways right now. One of the things that you're going to see a lot more of, you're going to see less war, by the way. War is a little too direct and crude. And actually, you don't get a lot of energy by going to war. They're starting to figure that out. It costs a lot to go to war. So they're figuring other ways, the collective or the people in governments. So what we have here going on right now is tremendous energy battles taking place in a lot of different ways. Read the headlines, if you dare, tomorrow, next week. And instead of reading it for the words that are printed on the paper or on your computer screen, think about it in terms now. Everything is energy. Everything. When I say everything is energy, I put an asterisk behind it, except you. Except you. Let's talk about that. The rest of the world is operating on this energy crisis and energy chaos. It'll work out just fine because it will bring this planet to the next level. And you'll really start to see the difference in a couple of years here. But right now, it doesn't have to affect you. It's part of the evolution. It's part of the resistance to change. It's part of old structures not wanting to give up. But it's going to happen. It's happening. It's happening. Let's talk now about you. And in order to do that, I'm going to talk about consciousness. Consciousness. What is consciousness? As you become more conscious of yourself, I'm going to define these. These are not cast in stone by any means. But there's different levels of awareness that all tie into consciousness. All of them are important in your lives right now. These are different types of awarenesses that you work with right now. These are the most obvious, because they're right in your face. If I kick you in the foot, you're going to be aware of it. These are the most prolific. They're always happening. They're driving you crazy. These are the most natural, the most fun, and the easiest, but the ones that you tend to push out of your way. When I asked the question before, where is your consciousness? It's a really good question. That's a really good question. Some of you say here, well, but are you really being conscious here? I would contend that a lot of your consciousness is out there somewhere. Is out in another realm. You've held it out there. You've kept it from being in here. You're avoiding it in a lot of ways. You've hidden it somewhere, and you really don't know where it is. And when I say, ask the question, what is consciousness? You give me a mental answer. And you say awareness, okay, but really, what does that mean? What is consciousness? Consciousness is awareness, but put more concisely, distilled down, consciousness is your presence. Your presence. That's a little bit different than being in the now moment. Very similar, they're like cousins, but it is your presence. Your consciousness is your presence and what you are allowing yourself to be aware of. Your consciousness is your presence, and your presence right now is right here, is sitting right here. Your consciousness is your awareness of sensory, of mental, and intuitive. Your consciousness is presence. And the question that I have for each and every one of you, how present are you? How present are you? How real are you in the moment? How conscious are you? And this is the simplicity and the beauty of it. Are you present? What is your presence? As you start to become aware of it through the senses, your physical senses, even through your mind, and the mind starts saying, am I present? Then through your intuition, you're finally going to start feeling yourself more present. You're going to start feeling more around you. You're going to have more awareness of yourself present. And the moment you have awareness of what is present, what is here, you're going to start understanding what is not present. You're going to understand what you've been holding back on. Then, my dear, you get that state of pure consciousness. It goes beyond any of these types of awareness. It becomes the I am awareness. I am awareness. And the fact that I am present, and that's all that counts. I am that I am. Every part, every piece, the body of consciousness, every aspect, every thought, every feeling, I am fully aware. I am that I am. You are consciousness. You're not energy. Energy naturally falls into place and goes to work for you, totally efficient, as you become aware, as you become conscious of your presence. Consciousness is awareness of all the different things that are going on. Consciousness ultimately is about your presence right here, right now. Your presence in this moment.